Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Dragonite in the Retro Cup alongside Shadow Lapras. The thing hits hard as heck. That's an amazing lead. They're swapping into Primeape here. So this is going to be a very good closer. I was going to initially make this about Lapras, but then the Dragonite just took the spotlight. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of highlight it throughout this video here. So if you do enjoy my content, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's get into it. Also, we do have a Rangaroo that's going to be alongside it. It's going to be playing a big role as well. Confusion, Psychic, and Foul Play, of course. Alright, so the Lapras is in an amazing position here. They're swapping into their Machamp, and we do have Toxicroak. It's not going to be in too many battles. I do believe this is going to be the only battle we're going to have it here. And then we'll take it off and put the Rangaroo, because I just felt like I needed a little bit of coverage for those fighters. So it is an amazing Pokemon for sure. It's just not too much right now. So the amazing thing about Dragonite, here's the thing. You don't have to worry about Steel. You don't have to, well, I mean, as far as a Pokemon's typing, so the resisting of the Dragon, you don't have to worry about Fairy as well. There are a couple of Charm users, but they're not going to be getting stabbed because Fairy's not allowed. So you have that going, so the dragons are just kind of free to roam. I mean, their biggest thing is that right there. Walrein pretty much is going to be eliminating the Dragonite extremely fast. It's to the point where it could almost just farm it down with the powdered snow, but it really can't, because the Dragon Breath pressure, as well as being Shadow and Stab, is just, woo, it's amazing. Especially towards the end, when they have a shield and they think they're going to be shielding you up or something like that. And they don't know you have a Dragonite. You pull that thing out and it's just over, alright? You're just going to farm them down, and it's like, you know, you don't even need to throw your charge move. Okay, so what's going on here up against the Walrein? They're going to be trying to bait me here, and I'm not going to be throwing up any shields. Going for another Skull Bash, and we're getting 2 shields out of them. They're going to be farming us down, have a decent amount of energy here. Going to bring in the Rangaroo, of course, because we're not going to be bringing in a Dragonite. So we got both shields. We just need to get rid of this Ice type, because once we get rid of that, I think we're going to be able to roam free, unless they have like a Frostlass or something like that in the back. But even then, since we do have 2 shields, we may be okay. We'll just have to see here. So it is going to be a Jump Luff, and I immediately throw in our Dragonite. We start getting energy. They take a second, which allowing me to get to this Dragon Claw and doing a ton of damage to the Altaria. Taking them out. Jump Luff does not want to come back into battle. We take the win there. Looking good. Like I said, good as a closer. Good as a swap into, depending on what they do swap and lock themselves in with here. You don't necessarily want to just throw the Dragonite in there, because if they throw in an Ice type, it's over for you. So we have a Greedent here, which is fine. It's going to be able to spam us like crazy with the Body Slam, and they're going to be retreating and trying to catch, well, not trying, they did catch a Surf, and what was that? They threw in a Jellicent. Okay, so we're going to immediately swap in. Okay, folks, we got to talk about something else. Now, I don't know if you have updated your game here. We're going to we're not going to go on a ramble or a rant. It's just, we're just going to, well, maybe kind of a ramble, I guess, but we're going to talk about something. If you haven't noticed, recently in Go Battle League, you can swap so fast. I should have talked about this sooner, because I think I'm going to put it in the title, but you're swapping, it's just instantaneous. So you better be careful using Pokemon that have a 1-turn move. Dragon Breath is going to be very beneficial. Even this Confusion, which is a multiple turn move, is going to be able to get through extremely fast. And, you know, this swap and combo breaker deal that we're going to do here, you know, you're going to be able to do that. But I think you understand what I'm saying. You're going to see it throughout this video here. While swapping in, Confusion would have been a typical, you know, very slow to kind of try to snipe somebody. But now, look, did you see that? It feels like you can almost snipe with the Confusion now to some degree. So just wanted to bring that up, and we'll kind of see that. Also, letting an opponent come back to battle, or whatever happens, they're lagging, and I'm being a good opponent, all right? Being a kind sir, and I'm not attacking. You're going to see when that does happen. And I almost lose this battle from it too. Well, maybe I do lose it. Who knows? Anyways, let's get back into the commentary. Thought I was going to talk about that whole swapping thing more, but we'll just take a look at it as it does happen. So up against the Snorlax here. Now this is fine, I suppose. They're letting it go, which is great. We're going to go ahead and just let this go. I was going to call it as well as just letting it go, and I would just come in here and farm up a bit here with the Dragonite. But they go for the body slam, which is good, and we go for the surf. They let it go. We win this matchup, which is perfect. Coming in with the Trevenant here, and we're actually able to get to the surf. It's not very effective, but it's still going to be doing a lot, as well as the ice shards, and we're still getting a shield out of them. So we're going to go ahead and bring in a Rangaroo, which does resist the ghost, so they're going to be forced to kind of go with the seed bomb here, building up a bunch of energy. And this, is this the one? Yes, this is the one. Okay, so I did stop attacking. It is at a ×2 speed, so, you know, we were waiting there a little bit longer. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I could have taken him out, right? So I'm being nice, all right, using the shield. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take him out here. And they come back into battle with a wall ring. We're going to go ahead and throw the foul play. And Rangaroo's just holding on tight. The Dragonite's in the back like, please do as much damage as you can, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with my weakness and being Shadow and being in the Great League. And a Dragonite, yeah, that's a recipe for going down in about a couple of powdered snow. So we throw in the Dragonite, just trying to do as much as we can. And we should be good here. And you're going to see the confusion, how fast it is here. Oh, and we're able to get it through. Well, it's typically normal. You know, you're going to have to try to go ahead and play it and see yourself if this is occurring. I'm not complaining. It's kind of nice. It's just something new to get used to. And maybe people are not going to like it, but people are never going to like everything all the time, all right? There's always going to be a majority of a specific group that doesn't like something for whatever. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just stating something. Anyways, we got a Ninetales up against our Lapras here, so great. We're going to go ahead and go for Surf. Taking them out, 1-to-1 shield, great. They're going to be bringing in a Jellicent. You would think, oh, this is not too good, but yeah, it's not great. But we're going to be able to bring them down very low here. Surf, you got to see, people sleep on the surf damage with the Shadow Lapras, even if they resist it. Let's keep it going here. So they're not going for anything. Looks like they want to gain a bunch of energy. And we've already bring them down into the low yellow. Let that sink in. Let's go. So yes, they do have a good amount of energy, and they're going to be getting off a bubble. We're getting to another surf. They've lowered our attack, but this is still going to be doing a lot of damage here. And they, well, they've got like what? We just need to throw in the Dragonite. We go with Rangaroo. We get the confusion in. There you go. There it is. And that's all we needed to do. They lowered our attack, and they bring in a knockdown. We retreat into Dragonite, so we can refresh the attack drop on the Rangaroo, and then Dragonite's just going to be able to go to town and just, you know, Dragon Breath damage. I think I do let this go here. I should have just shielded it up, but I just kind of wanted to say, you know, I'm not going to use my shield too. All right, so we're going to be able to take that win, and Dragonite, everything's putting in that work here. We're getting a 4-1, and we're going to actually get a 5-0 here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. I really do appreciate it. Into the next set, folks. What are we going to see here? And we're going to be leading with Lapras. I think the rest of the time, maybe, I think it was too risky to lead with Dragonite. So we're met with a Arachnoid. Oh, so this is yeah, it's okay. We're going to go Skull Bash. It would have done a lot, but they're going to retreat into a Rangaroo. So just for good measure, we're going to throw this damage. But we did get destroyed by that spider. That thing did destroy us and bring us into the low yellow, so we need to look out for that later. But we do still have energy. Bringing in our owner Rangaroo, getting to the foul play here. And they let it go. Great. And bringing back the Arachnoid, which is going to be doing super effective damage to us. They can bite down. I should have went for Psychic, but I go for the foul play. That's okay. And they let it go. That thing is going to be able to farm us up pretty good. And we do have Dragonite, which is going to be resisting everything. But although the Bug Buzz is still going to hurt, but we bring in Lapras and get off the surf. They use their last shield. Perfect. And we're going to easily let this go. No problem at all. They go for Bubble Beam here, and they swap, and they have a Mew in the bag. Wait, that was their last shield. Sorry about that. They have one left. All right, so we go for the Dragon Claw, and I do believe, if I recall this correctly, that Mew does have Dragon Claw out of all the moves that they can have here. So that's fine. We still have 2 shields, so we're going to be able to just do this Dragon Breath damage. And at this point, we just want to farm down, shield this up, and throw the Dragon Claw on their last Pokemon. We take the win. We're looking good. And like I said, Dragonite is an amazing closer, especially in this meta. Specifically in this meta. And specifically because Azumarill's not freaking everywhere, as well as Galarian, Stunfisk, Registeel. You know, the typical culprits. Next battle, we're met with an Altaria. They're going to be swapping into their Walrein. And I don't necessarily have a great answer for this. A Rangaroo can go up against it, but it's not like, oh, a great counter. So I'm just going to go ahead and just, I'm hoping they shield up. And they do every time. And of course they don't. It's like, what is going on here? How are they freaking knowing? Man, you guys, they're good. All right, good at calling here. So we bring in the Rangaroo, our only real answer here. And we have energy on the Lapras, so we're just building up a bunch of energy for whatever reason. I think we don't want the Altaria to farm. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think we're even going to be able to get to that foul play. And no, that's fine. That's okay. That's what we're planning. Bringing in the Lapras here. They immediately swap. And we go for the Surf. And what do they throw in? A Cresselia. So we bring in the Dragonite. Now, we have 2 shields. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I am going for the Dragon Claw here because it is going to be able, we're going to be able to get to another one potentially. And we maybe need to get those shields down. But technically, I think I could have just kept on going with Dragon Breath here. Shielded this up. Let's see what happens, because you kind of get to it pretty fast with the Dragon Breath and the Dragon Claw and the Dragonite. So we're going to go for it immediately here. We still do have the Lapras in the back, which does have a little bit of energy built up. And actually, yeah, we needed to go for it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Definitely needed to go for that Dragon Claw. Dragonite helping us sweep up. And whoa, Lapras going in and sniping. And there is that thing I was talking about, how fast you can swap it. It's just so instantaneous now. So we're met with a Frostlass. This is fine. We just got to be careful for that Shadow Ball here. While our Ice Shard's not very effective, our Surf is still going to be putting on a lot of pressure there. And usually they go for the Shadow Ball first, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up, and we're calling it there. Nice. And we can take a Shadow Ball, and then I don't know if we can take an Avalanche after that. I think it might be very close. We might survive barely here, but we'll let this Shadow Ball go. No problem at all. And we're going to be able to beat them to Surf, but they're going to be catching. Very nice catch. And what are they throwing to catch? A Meganium. Oh, a Grass type. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Dragonite. Now I'm laughing like, yeah, but look how much Frenzy Plant does. Ridiculous. See, that's what I get for using a Dragonite in the Great Lead. Extremely squishy. So, yep, I'm not going to be able to farm down. I mean, by the time I do, I'll have like no health. So they bring in the Frostlass. It goes down. What's in the back? A Swampert. Dragonite is going to be able to clean up, folks. Let's go. This thing is just on fire here. I was having a blast. All right. Now do you see why I flipped the script, and that's not going to be about Lapras. It's all about the Dragonite cleaning up house here at the end with that Dragon Breath that you just cannot shield or have a resistance to currently in this meta. Let's go. So we're going to go ahead and refresh that. We got a 4-1 there, looking good. And how's your legendary encounters been? I've been getting some decent ones. I mean, I got a shiny Mewtwo, can't complain. I'm not really looking for it, but I got it. It's like, I hunted for it for so long after 5 years, or it's not the shiniest that I'd look for 5 years. It was 100, but it took me 100 freaking raids plus to get the shiny. So it's like, I'm burnt out, folks. Okay, I've been around since from the get-go. I've been hunting Mewtwo since it was an EX raid, the very dang first ones around on this planet. And it's like, I'll wait until the Mega comes out, okay? If you send me an invite, I may not go. Depends, really. Anyways, what's going on here? We got the Trevenant. We're going to go ahead and take it out there. Did they have energy on that Trevenant? If they did, yee, let's get it. All right, so we got a Vigoroth going to be doing a lot of damage here with that Body Slam, as well as the counter, which is super effective. Going for the Surf, which is also going to be doing a lot of damage. Getting a shield, swapping into Dragonite here. We still have 2 shields left. They got a Nidoqueen in the back, and since we started to build up a lot of energy, we should be able to kind of outpace this, and they let it go. Perfect. That's perfect. That Vigoroth doesn't have too much health. Still enough to put in a little bit of work, though. We're able to farm down, and we're going to be able to resist this counter, also non-stat, but they did lower our defense, so it is going to be doing a little bit of something here. But the Dragonite's going to be able to, not finish it off. Lapras is going to be able to finish it off with the Ice Shard at the end. Let's get it. Next battle, we're met with a Venusaur, so this is kind of a double-edged sword, sort of. This trainer impressed me here for what you're going to see. A lot of people would just kind of want to, shield this up, but they let it go. They're like, nah, see, what's going to happen is I'm going to let that go, and then you're going to shield this up. I'm going to take your shield, and I'm going to swap into greedy. And they lock themselves there, but very nice by holding that shield, as well as taking mine. Their Venusaur is pretty much gone, but, got a shield. So we're just going to stick tight here with the Lapras and let this go. They're going for a crunch. We barely survived, getting off a Surf. Dragonites, yeah, we're going to be able to hand it. So what we want to do is, we know they have one Pokemon in the back that's pretty much dead, right? It's already gone. It's going to be knocked out. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Rangaroo to kind of just absorb this. And now we're going to start farming up. And I think they back out. Must have had something strong against them. I'm going to call like some sort of water type, but we're taking the win there. Let's go. Moving on to our next battle. We're going to be met with a Lickitung. We do need to look out for Power Whip. All right, so since we're so vulnerable to ice, we're just going to go ahead and stay here. Now, this is not particularly like the worst matchup in the world, but Power Whip is going to be pretty much one-shotting us. But if we do lock ourselves with a Shadow Dragonite on the team, it's not going to be looking good. If we had tankier Pokemon with more diverse moves and that can take hits even up against their weaknesses a lot better than a Dragonite, we would be safer to swap here. But since we do have it on the team, I'm going to go ahead and just stay here for now and let this Power Whip go. We've used one shield and so have they. Bring in the Dragonite and tell me we can farm down, and we do. Beautiful. We've got plenty of energy here, and they're bringing in a Nidoqueen, and this Dragon Claw is going to be doing a ton of damage to pretty much everything. Look at that. Swapping into a Rangaroo, getting in a Confusion, and they bring in Jellicent, which a Rangaroo loves to go up against because it does resist Ghosts. Bubble Beam's not going to be doing too much, and look at that foul play. I mean, look at that damage already. We're perfect. Dragonite at this point can basically farm it down, so we're looking good. Nidoqueen does have energy that we need to look out for, but at this point, we don't really need to. I mean, how much health does Dragonite have? Yeah, we're looking perfect. So going for another foul play here. These Confusions are going to be doing a ton to the Nidoqueen still, despite them lowering our attack. And we take them out with a Rangaroo. Just in the back, hanging out, just watching the battle, with his fanning himself, like a Rangaroo does, just hanging out, having a good time. And next battle, we're met with a Frostlass. Let's go ahead and do the Frostlass dance. Go for the Surf and shield up the first one here. Now, if you encounter me, go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball first. I mean, go ahead and try to bait me. Who knows what will happen. If you land it, it's not the end of the world. It really doesn't matter. But let's see what happens. Get a shield from them. Great. And how was the lag? Now, let's talk about that really quick. Now, we've already discussed the whole thing that we saw there where I had to stop tapping to let my opponent catch up because of the game. But what happened for me was I was missing quick moves all the time, like constantly just behind. And I was losing battles because of it. And I was losing matchups and everything. Everything was becoming unaligned. And it's just a big mess. And it's not my phone because I get verification from the comments. And that's the beautiful thing about being able to see the master board of all of these comments on my YouTube channel is, I see everything, folks, and I see what you're talking about. And, I can see when it's recent and people are saying that you're experiencing this putter of lag. So, yep, it's happening. It's kind of a newer thing as well. It wasn't like this, I'd say like a week ago, ever since they introduced this new quick swap in thing, whatever they're doing going on here. So just wanted to let you know you're not the only one experiencing that. A lot of people are like, is it my phone? Is it my, am I doing some of my data? Do I need to refresh this or no? Maybe some of those. Yes, do with those for sure. But it is not just that. Anyways, what's going on here? We're up against a Machamp. Okay, let's get it. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up because yes, we are psychic, but normal as well. We do take a decent amount, especially from Shadow Machamp. They got a Shadow Dragonite themselves. Let's go. Now, I knew the play had to let it go and bring in the Rangaroo and just go ahead and farm it down. Machamp's just going to take too much damage here. We're just throwing this. I don't hit the bubbles. They just let it go. And, well, we take that win there. And, folks, that's going to be a 5-0 there. But that's not all. We're not done with these battles. We're still going to keep on going here. So check this out. This is always kind of funny. So we get a Mewtwo, and take a look at how small we get the circle here, and an excellent in Golden Raz. Okay, it didn't stay in the ball, so we go ahead and throw an excellent or Golden Raz outside of the ring, and we catch it. I mean, it's so ass backwards sometimes. All right, next battle. What are we going to see on Altaria? So, folks, this is going to get crazy. We're going to just start seeing Altaria lead after Altaria lead. Now, this is the definition of RPS: rock, paper, scissors, and that's basically like. You have a Pokemon, you get countered. You swap, you get countered. And hard countered. Okay? Like this. Like the Lapras to the Altaria, then the Rangaroo to the Jellicent. I said it before and I'll say it again. It is an esport-esque kind of thing, I suppose, that needs to really be worked on, I guess. But when it comes down to that, there's really no real opportunity. And then, this is literally RPS here. Dragon to fire, again, in the main series games, you got kind of time to recover and do kind of things to maneuver around the situation. But in Pokemon Go, it's not looking so hot now. You know, there's always going to be the people out there playing devil's advocate, like, you know, well, you're going to, yes, there's maneuvers potentially, but for the most part, if you get countered, you get countered, and it's over. And they know it, see? And it's just the end of the line. Dragonite put it in that work at the end there. Let's keep it going here, folks. I'm going to tell you another Altaria lead. Let's get it. What do they got for me here in the swap? A Vigoroth? Well, we do not necessarily have a really good counter for that. We're going to go ahead and bring in a Rangaroo. That's our best option at this point, because I could go Dragonite. That's definitely going to be an option, but I want to hold tight. I don't want to throw that into the battle quite yet. So I guess we do have a counter. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, going for the foul play here. Let's see what happens. Do they shield up? Let it go. Okay, that wasn't great, but that's okay, I suppose. We just kind of want to get this Vigoroth out of here. We want to win this matchup, and we do. Beautiful. We snuck in that confusion, winning with 1 HP, bringing back the Altaria, and we're throwing in the Lapras. They have an Arachnoid. We throw in our Dragonite, which is going to be hard countering this. But you're going to see how much Bug Buzz does. Let's go ahead and take a look here. And that is Bubble Beam. So they lowered our attack. We got some beautiful lag going on here. And throwing this Dragon Claw before they do lower our attack. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, you know, if I can get through this Arachnoid, I'm going to be able to still do a ton of damage to the Altaria. And they're not going to... Yeah, well, they're going to be able to farm us down, but we at least did some more damage, right? And the Arachnoid was not able to at least debuff the Lapras here. So we go for the Skull Bash. I know they're going to shield it up. I know I could have went for 2 serves, but I just wanted to entertain this idea of it raising my defense and just having a little bit of a fun kind of main series-esque type of battle. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.